Life is lived forward, but can only be understood backward. That is the last line of the prologue of the Friedkin Connection, which is the memoir of William Friedkin, director of The French Connection. That's the title. The Exorcist, Cruising. He recently did Bug and Killer Joe. A long-working director that should have been more successful than just having two really big hit movies. He goes into mostly his directing work throughout this book. Oh, by the way, this is a Lukewarm take, and I'm Charlie. So William Friedkin goes through most of his career in this book. He leaves out a lot of his personal life, which I really appreciate, until he met his third and final wife. He barely mentions his sons. But he really talks about coming up in the auteur 70s, and he's not shy about talking about a lot of the opportunities they wasted. In this prologue that I just read the final line of, he mentions he rejected doing a music video for Prince when he was first coming out. He threw away a painting that would have been worth over $14 million. He's through his arrogance, he has lost a lot of opportunities, but he really came through it through the art. I think I enjoyed this more than the Roger Corman book. They're both excellent and both very focused on the career, which I liked. Because this guy is an auteur. He wanted to do things his way, and he's almost like the anti-Roger Corman who just wanted to make it and tell his story. This guy wanted everything to be right, and a lot of times he was successful, and a lot of times he wasn't. This goes up through 2012. He gets into a little bit of his personal life in the end, but an excellent movie. An excellent book. I really enjoyed the... they have some pictures of some of the operas he's done and that sort of thing, and some of his more recent movies. And there's a chapter almost dedicated to each major movie of his. Sorcerer is a movie that I'm going to go seek out now. That was like his big flop that kind of ruined him as being a A-list director. And he's been, not on the fringes, but he's been working in and out since then. I hope he does another big picture or two. I'm hoping he can get something else together. I'm definitely going to check out a couple of his movies after reading this book. Shows how he came up without much interest in Hollywood. And he ended up working live TV, which turned into news work, which turned into a documentary, which was really successful, even though it didn't play in its original intent. And then that slowly turned into movies. His first movie was with Sonny and Cher, and kind of how that got together, and that was supposed to be kind of a laugh, and he turned into, somehow that went directly into making important movies, which eventually got him not as giving the return on investment. And once Star Wars came out, it came out the same weekend as Sorcerer. It really, like, Hollywood went this way, and he went not down, but he went a different direction. So it was really cool seeing that. I love the book. I burned through it. My wife even commented how quickly I read it. I would definitely recommend if you love the 70s style movies and just seeing how that type of director that never lost his edge, he didn't conform, and how he continues his career up until today. So that's all I have. Thank you for watching.